Thank you, Keith, fellow members and guests. It is with the greatest pleasure that I make this presentation of the 2009 Vice Admiral Jerry Land Medal for Outstanding Accomplishment in the Marine Field to my good friend, Mr. Robert Somerville. Jerry Land had a distinguished career, but he's probably, distinguished naval career, but he's probably better known for his accomplishments following his naval career. In the interest of our nation's safety, in 1937, President Roosevelt twisted his arm to retire from the U.S. Navy and appointed him Czar of American shipbuilding. He gave Admiral Land the responsibility to strengthen our American merchant marine, a key factor in our ability to be victorious in World War II. Under his leadership, American shipyards built more than 5,000 ocean-going merchant ships to bring our brave men, women, supplies, and military power overseas to the various front lines. He also served as president of SNAME, and sparked by Admiral Land's lifetime of outstanding achievement, the SNAME Executive Committee further enhanced his legacy by establishing this award in his honor in 1952. Bob Somerville has devoted his entire professional life to the maritime industry, particularly focusing on safety within the industry. He rose through the ranks of the American Bureau of Shipping from an entry-level surveyor to his current position as chairman and chief executive officer. Under his leadership, ABS significantly expanded both in size and capability and is now one of the largest U.S.-based employers of naval architects, marine engineers, and a leader of the class societies. Initially as a council member and later as chairman of the International Association of Classification Societies, IACS, Bob Somerville provided critical leadership in developing new, unified design and survey standards to address an increasing trend of structural failures in large bulk carriers carrying high-density cargoes that had contributed to the loss of many such vessels and their crews. It was these losses, together with the loss of a tanker which caused a significant pollution incident, that spurred Bob to approach his counterparts at two other class societies to join ABS in establishing a common standard for these two vessel types. That initial project was subsequently expanded to include all IACS member societies and resulted in the adoption in 2006 of the new Common Structural Rules for tankers and bulk carriers. Mr. Somerville also authorized the opening of negotiations with the U.S. Navy to assist the government in the development of a new generation of combatant vessels, such as LCS and the DDG 1000. This led to a multi-year effort with ABS naval architects and marine engineers working in concert with their Navy counterparts to develop the United States' first ever set of rules for building and classing of naval vessels. Currently, Bob has authorized more than 100 technical research projects that are being undertaken by ABS in cooperation with academic institutions or as part of joint industry panels. One example is the investigation into mooring arrangements for offshore units in the Gulf of Mexico following the lessons learned from the recent hurricanes, and ABS is leading that project. Now, Bob and I don't agree on everything. As a Yankees fan, and unfortunately they're losing right now, I'm quite aware this meeting is smack in the middle of the Red Sox nation, a nation that Bob is a card-carrying member of. But despite our baseball rivalry, the things we agree on are numerous. One example of that is Bob's focus on the future of the marine industry. As chairman and CEO of ABS, he has directed the formation of grants and endowments to numerous colleges and universities in the United States, as well as to foreign educational institutions, to a level not equaled in recent times. Some of you students here tonight are beneficiaries of that generosity, and those that follow you will benefit even more. Bob Somerville's accomplishments, industry leadership, and his fine tradition tradition of giving back to the marine industry have rarely been equaled. His career perfectly exemplifies what SNAME's had in mind when he established this award in Admiral Land's honor. Bob?